Good evening, I'm Skylar Henry. A Macon couple is happy to be back home after cutting their trip to Paris short because of Friday's terrorist attacks that killed more than 100 people. The Bogles tell me from the moment the attacks began, they moved quickly and hurried to get to safety.
It was just a great, overwhelming feeling of fear.
Thousands shared those same feelings in Paris as terrorists attacked several areas in the city.
The gentleman came out and kind of told us we needed to leave. A very big thing happened here, he said.
Will and Rebecca Bogle were in France celebrating Will's 37th birthday. They were at dinner 10 minutes away from where the attacks were happening. Will noticed something wasn't right.
My wife is 6 months pregnant, so we decided the only option left was to walk because we weren't sure if the rumors that we had heard were true.
The couple heard taxis were shut down and tried to find help. After going to several hotels, they then walked to the U.S. Embassy and were turned away.
I was stunned by that because we walked 2 miles out of the way of where our hotel is to go to the embassy seeking, at least some safety or some shelter.
Like you would see a police officer, ambulance, like every 2-3 minutes you would see them just, up and down the streets.
A spokesman from the U.S. Embassy in Paris wrote to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, saying it's standard procedure at our embassy and all U.S. embassies worldwide to not offer shelter to American citizens in times of security threats, precisely because the embassies themselves could easily be prime targets, leaving the Bogles on their own. Will says after being directed to a nearby train, he then noticed neither his debit and credit cards nor internet access on his phone were working.
It was just a horrible experience. I cried maybe 2 hours because I couldn't imagine what I was going to do or how I was going to get back home to see my family.
After getting back to their hotel, they quickly hopped on the first flight out of the city, thankful to leave safely and get back to their 2-year-old son and the rest of their family.
I couldn't imagine how either of us would have been if my son was with us.
Despite their experience, the Bogles say they'd happily return to Paris, telling me the terrorists win if they scare you from being able to enjoy your life.